What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be looking at some of my before photos compared to where I currently am in my hair system journey. Now, quite a few have been asking me, whether it's in comments or in messages, for me to show what exactly I looked like before I went and got this hair system, right? Now, I just want to preface very quickly and say that this requires a fair amount of vulnerability, for the lack of a better word. It's not exactly something that I want to share, not because I am ashamed in any way of like who I am, but I love the new me so much, and I love that it's brought out this new side of me that I haven't felt in so long. So I just feel like it's necessary, though, for you to see, if you are at the start of your journey, if you're just beginning considering this, or if you've been looking at hair transplant surgery and hair systems and all these other things, and I don't know about you, but I felt a lot of anxiety and I felt a lot of worry about what I was going to choose and if it was going to be worth it. I want you to see the transformation, if you will, that I went through and what I looked like. So I've got my phone right here, so I'm going to pull up. So if you look through these photos as I'm looking through right now, we're going to start with this one right here. And this one was taken up in Buffalo, and I used to live up in New York. And this was a picture that I got done for my corporate position, right? And as you can see in the picture, I mean, I think I look good, but there's noticeably my hair is short, right? I had to wear it short. Over, the last couple of years, I've kept it very, very tight cropped. And people used to think that I was like military or something because of how tight I cropped it. And you can't, it kind of looks like I got a big forehead. If you zoom in on this picture right here, you can see that there is very low density of my hair, and that, you can see the scalp, and it's just, my God, my forehead is huge, and I still got a big forehead. I'll always have a big forehead. It's one of my most lovable features. And here's a photo of me having fun and just enjoying life. And if we move on, though, you'll see, I'll try to pull some pictures from the next couple of years. So this video right here that I'm watching is a shot of me inside of a car. I'm singing, and I remember like looking at this video and being like embarrassed of how I looked. I didn't feel like it really represented who I was, and just feeling like very here's a moment, I'm sorry. I remember feeling like my dad. I don't really have a super great relationship with my dad, but he's bald, and I never wanted to be him, or I wanted to look like him or anything like that. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, man, you look so much like your dad. And I don't know, I wasn't confident. And here's actually a picture right here. So this is actually me in Northern Ireland, kissing the what is the name of that stone? Someone in the comments will probably say what type of stone it is, but I think it's the Blarney Stone. I'm kissing the Blarney Stone, and I'm upside down here, and if you can see underneath my hood, which I had my hood up because I was trying to not show how much hair loss that I had. But it's pretty, transparent right there, how much I had, and it's just, during this whole period of time, I was confined to wearing hats. Like, here's some shots of me in action working while on a landscaping project, and I'm not even joking you. It was like 95 degrees outside, and I'm wearing a hat on because, well, I know it's tough to explain, but like if you're balding or if you're thinning or whatever, you probably get this. Sometimes you wear you wear hats just to cover up because you're lying to yourself and things like that, and it's tough to admit, but it is what it is. Here's even a video of me dancing I like to salsa dance, and guess what I'm wearing? I'm wearing a hat. I had a girl ask me once, she's like, why do you dance with your hat on? I'm like, oh, it's because I don't like to get like sweaty everywhere, and I don't like to sweat in my face and all that kind of stuff. Well, as a lie, you know what it was? It was because this guy right here didn't like to have the ladies see that he was pretty much bald at 27. And here's another video of me with, once again, a hat on while I'm salsa dancing, and it's never ending. And, oh man, here's actually a video of me dancing without my hat on. Wow. I remember looking at this video and just being like, dude, you're so bald. Like, your head is so big and so shiny. And once again, you know, if I ever get rid of hair systems, I don't think I will. I mean, I love it so much, and I'll probably just shave my head if I ever do that though, because the whole like thinning look, it's just not a good look. And you know, I've read research, not that this matters a whole bunch to me, but that men who have thinning hair are perceived less masculine than men who are bald. But you know, that's interesting, right? It's, who knows why that is, but and then the rest of the pictures, I'll post them from here on out of me wearing a hat like 24/7. I'd be wearing a hat like pretty much after I get up, after I after I wake up and I take a shower, like I work out with some stuff on. A headband on. I work out. There's actually a picture in here, right here, of me at a competition, competing, wearing a headband. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, oh man, like, and of course when you have thin hair, when you sweat or get it wet, you just look like a drenched rat. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, like, what do people, like, my hair must look so bad. And you know what? For those that want to leave a comment and say something like, oh dude, like, like, you're so concerned about your hair, you're like, yeah, I am concerned about my hair. And you know what? For your information, I've always been concerned about my hair, even when I was young. I was raised by a hairdresser, one, and two, my brother, this is just being fully transparent, but my brother was a super good looking guy. He was 10 years older than me, 6'5", super tall, dark, beautiful, thick hair, just like he was, you know, the talk of the high school kind of guy, like, you know, quarterback, all-star dude. He was my stepbrother, and he always used to pick on me. He's 10 years older than me, right? And when he was in his like 23, 24, 25, he was married, and he used to pick on me when I was like 13 years old, and he would say, you're gonna go bald. You're gonna go bald just like your dad, and you're gonna go to bald like at 16. And it was really cruel. And, you know, it left an like indelible scar on me. And, you know, I've come to grips with that. But no matter what, it's always really, really tough to move on past through stuff like that. And here's a picture of me trying on suits, and guess what I'm wearing? I'm wearing a hat. Like, I just had so much trouble coming to grips with it. Here's some pictures of me when I sent these pictures to my current stylist, the one who does my hair system installs. And I called her up one night. I found her in the dark corners of the internet, and I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Like, what do you think? And she showed me some results of someone that was similar, and that she could do something about it. And I loved the results, and I just felt so compelled to drive all the way to Miami I'm in Tampa. And it was a split-second decision. I'll show these pictures to you. But a split-second decision. I literally went down like 2 days later, and we got it done. I was so nervous. Now, I'm going to put up this video on the screen in a second. This is me the day of, after I drove to Miami, which is about 4 hours. After I drove to Miami, sitting in the car, about to get it done. I was so nervous. So nervous. And I just remember being like really afraid of what was going to happen. And anyways, check out this video. Hey everybody, I'm about to go in, and I'm really scared, but I wanted to make sure that I got something before I went in and had this experience. That way, I don't know, I might put this up on YouTube, I might
start documenting this experience, what it's like. But I'm really, really scared. Excuse me. And I don't know what's going to come of it, but I'll let you know, okay?
So now I'm going to show you this next little thing. This is a little clip, a video of me in the chair before it was all getting done. I was just talking with Carla, and she's like, "You sure you want to go through it?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And she's like, "Okay, well, so this next part is we're gonna shave your head. You ready?" And I was like, "All right, let me take a video first." And this photo is immediately after. Man, my heart. So I love extreme sports. I love adrenaline and stuff like that. My heart was pounding. Oh my gosh, I was so incredibly nervous about this that I just, man, oh man, I was scared crapless that it wasn't gonna look good, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I was so worried. I was so worried. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna post a picture on the screen right now for you to see, and I want you to compare it to what you see now. Now, here we go. Guys, I am in love with this hair system stuff. I always like to wrap things up with a little bit of personal development stuff at the end, because ultimately this channel is more about holistic wellness and being a confident man than it is just about hair systems. That's going to be the focus of the conversation right now, but ultimately I'm trying to build a group of men that can have conversations about things, and we can work as a brotherhood together to go deeper and to really make an impact in first our lives, but then in other people's lives. All right, so I have avoided getting close with people for so long, for many reasons, but one has been I have felt so unattractive for so long. I've felt that I look old. I've felt that I look like, why would anyone want to be with me? And there's confidence issues. It's really interesting. I mean, people, when they meet me, and over the past years have been like, "You're super confident people you got together, and like, you know what you want out of life, and you work really hard and all this kind of stuff." And yeah, I mean, in most areas of my life, but when it came to my looks, I really, really had lost feeling like I was an attractive person, and that I couldn't see my beauty. And like all of our moms, right? Like most of our moms are like, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful and you're the best looking," just super supportive moms and stuff. And my mom has always been like that. She said, "Oh, you're so handsome and just you're attractive," and I just I've had a hard time like believing her, and in fact I didn't believe her, and I just felt really ugly and not really lovable. And this stuff has changed my life so much. Like I look in the mirror now and I see someone that, like, I feel like I see me. I feel like I see who I am. I see my beauty. I see that I'm lovable. I see that I see the way that people look at me differently. And I don't know, I recognize that, and I love that feeling, to not just be looked over, because I have a lot to give to the world. And first impressions do matter a lot, right? Listen, hey, if you want to go bald, you want to rock it, that's cool, that's good. Like, no, I'm all for you. I'll encourage you to the end of the earth. But for me, it was a detriment. It was a obstacle that for some reason I could not get over. It was something that I could not get past. And I've said this in quite a few comments with some of the guys here on the channel that are following along, that, like, listen, if this is what you need to help you get through and help you get more confident. Like, confidence is an intrinsic thing. It's something that, like, the hair system isn't going to change your confidence level. It's not going to change who you are as a person. That's self-work. That's things that we got to do on our own. But you know what? If it's a catalyst, if it's something that can help us bypass it, if it's something that's, if it's worth it, then just go do it. You know, some of this stuff isn't easy. Some of this stuff there's a steep learning curve, I'm not going to lie. But I don't know, there's been so many advantages to it that I can't see myself ever going back. And I don't know. I just wanted to be transparent with you guys, and I wanted you to see, one, my before and after, to see like where I came from, to inspire you and to say like, hey, it's possible for you too. But two, I felt like I needed to be that vulnerable at, like, with what we're talking about right now, because I know that some of you are thinking and feeling the same exact thing. And I know that if we're gonna grow as men, as a community, as brothers, we gotta go boldly into the unknown, and we gotta do things that we're afraid of doing. And if I can help you on that track, I'm gonna do it every time, even if it's scary for me first. Anyways, guy, I know this one was like a heavy video at the end. It was like heavy just topic wise, but I feel so passionately about this, and I think it's really, really important to share and really important to talk about. And I'm not going to change my opinion on that. And thank you guys so much for following along on this journey. We're at like close to 100 subscribers. I think like close to 80 right now. And to watch this channel grow in like 3 to 4 weeks to that is incredible. I work inside of the YouTube space, and this kind of growth off the bat is not easy. It's super hard to find a niche and an audience and people that want to engage at this level. And thank you guys so much for being a part of that. Like, I can't even, man, I feel like I have to continue, and I don't know where it's going to lead, but thank you so much for being a part of this journey.